Hi guys, it's Jessie. It's Thursday, September 22nd, and I'm just making a little update. So lately I've been feeling a lot of dysphoria. Mostly body dysphoria, also a lot of voice dysphoria too. And it's not like overall dysphoria, it just kind of happens in waves. Like sometimes I'll be somewhere and I'll just feel it, come over me, or a specific incident will happen. Like the other day, my sister said her friends thought like my chest was a little bit puffy, and they were wondering what was going on with that. Or I look in the mirror, and I'll think that like my body is just disconnected from my mind, things like that. And I don't really have a mechanism of dealing with it, so I kind of just do whatever I do to make myself feel better. I end up getting kind of depressed and stuff. And the other day in my creative writing class, we had to write about our day and from beginning to end, and we only had 10 minutes to write about it. And since the first thing I do in the morning is put on my binder, it ended up just being really oppressive story about my binder. I'm gonna read it to you guys so you get a sense of what I was talking about. Today I woke up and I hearing my father's creaking footsteps through the door. Before he even knocked, I groaned, "I'm up." I took off my pajamas and started to put on my binder. Every day, this single act instills fear and sadness in my heart. I feel as if I will never be happy, that I will never pass, or that my transition will never be successful. Today, these feelings were filled with doubt because of how hard I'm finding it to be transgender. That single thing is always on my mind. Every hour, every minute of every day. That is what I think about. So as I get dressed and I look in the mirror one last time before I walk out of my girly room, I almost start to cry, fearing that I will never be exactly who I wanted to be. So yeah, it's just it turned into an oppressive rant. I didn't like it. I didn't want it to be like that, but it just kind of hurt. It was sounded really depressing and stuff. I think the best way I can deal with this, without going on hormones, is just to find a gender therapist and find a different way of dealing with it, and that doesn't really involve physical transition or anything. Rachel. Sorry, that was my sister. So I live in New York City. So I was wondering if anyone knew of really good gender therapists in New York City. I've seen a list of them, but I don't know how good any of them are, really. And I was just wondering if anybody really knew. I'm a GLSEN ambassador, so I do a lot of work with GLSEN, obviously, and I love their work and I love them. And if they're watching this right now, that'd be kind of embarrassing. But so the other day they came out with their 2009 National School Climate Survey. See? And I just want to read you some of the statistics from this because it's really striking and stuff, and it just makes you think. And I'm glad that I'm not part of a lot of these statistics, and I want to make a difference in the lives of people, so that nobody really has to be part of these statistics. People are always going to get beat up, people are always going to get harassed. It's just the way it is. But if we can make it so that those people are a really small percentage, then it would just be amazing. And I'm really proud to be a part of an organization that works to do that. So these are some of the statistics that I just want to share with you. 84.6% of LGBT students were verbally harassed at school because of their sexual orientation. 40.1% were physically harassed in the past year because of their sexual orientation, and 27.2% because of their gender expression. And 52.9% of LGBT students were harassed or threatened by their peers via electronic mediums, often known as cyberbullying. 62.4% of students who were harassed and assaulted in school did not report the incident to school staff, believing little or no action could be taken if the situation could become worse if reported. And I just want to read you some quotes from students. Here's one. I don't want the harassment to escalate into physical assault. I'd rather keep hearing it than me getting beat up. Female student, 12th grade. So things like that, it hurts me so much, and it hurts to know that I was once a part of a lot of those statistics, and now I just work to fight and work to fight against what that does. And I know there are a lot of political things out there, but this isn't about gay marriage or whether gay people can serve in the military. I know a lot of people are opposed to that and stuff, and it's a political process, but this is about kids who are getting beat up because they are who they are. Now that we have our hate crime law, I just don't understand why it's okay to let people get beat up and harassed because of their sexual orientation or gender identity / expression. I just don't know why that's okay. And there are 2 bills in the Congress right now that were introduced in Congress. One is the Safe Schools Improvement Act, which is an enumerated anti-bullying bill that says that schools have to prevent bullying and deal with bullying in the categories of race, gender, national origin, legal status, and also sexual orientation and gender identity / expression. That bill is really important because, most kids, when they report it, it doesn't get dealt with. It just kind of happens, and nobody can do anything about it, and it really hurts them, and it really hurts their community, and hurts what we're fighting for. And the other thing is the Student Non-Discrimination Act, which is an act that says that schools can't discriminate against students based on sexual orientation or gender identity, and a bunch of other stuff race, national origin, stuff like that. So these 2 bills are really important, and I urge you to really support them and get out there, because this is about kids. This isn't about marriage. This isn't about any of that. It's about kids. It's about our youth. It's about the next generation. And I don't want to get into political things. I support, I champion LGBT causes, but I feel like this is something that we can all come to a consensus on, that we want to keep our children safe. Other than that, please comment about good gender therapists in New York City, or effective ways of dealing with dysphoria. And I hope to see you again next week or some other time. Bye.